Hello, hello, and welcome. I'm going to move my microphone back real quick here. Welcome to Your Yoga Life. My name is Viviane Wolfe, and this channel is for anyone who is yoga casual, yoga curious, or even yoga experienced and wants to explore different ways to get on your yoga mat with a little more consistency. So today's class is a chair yoga class that is going to help with joint mobility, inflammation, and general aches and pains. So I've titled this Yoga for Arthritis, but if you have any of those symptoms, if you have any of those experiences, then this is a good class for you. So with that in mind, what you're going to need is just a basic chair. I'm using a folding chair here, but you can use a dining room chair or like a conference chair, anything that works for you, right? You just want to make sure it doesn't have wheels or that you can lock those wheels. You want to make sure that it's on a non-skid surface so it won't get away from you, and make sure it doesn't swivel. Arms are optional. I have opted for no arms for this one, but if that's what you have, then use it. It's okay, right? So let's go ahead and get into this. So starting in a nice, easy seated position, bring your feet right underneath your knees. If you're on a chair that's pretty high and your feet don't touch the ground easily, then place some blocks or books or something underneath your feet so you can feel nice and stable, right? Hands come onto the thighs. Bring the shoulders over the hips, the ears over the shoulders, and take a nice deep breath in. Let it go through the mouth. Soften the gaze or close the eyes if you haven't already. And do this again. Big breath in. Big breath out. Keep breathing this way if it feels nice. Or you can seal your lips and breathe only in and out through the nose if that feels better. But continue your deep, full breaths, allowing your awareness to settle into the sensations of your body. Noticing areas of coolness or warmth. Noticing any tingling or vibration. Noticing the sounds of your body. Maybe you can hear your own breath. Maybe you can sense your own heartbeat. Maybe. And bring your awareness into your breath and just notice the subtle differences between your inhale and your exhale. Is one longer or deeper, more complete than the other? Noticing how as you bring your attention to it, your breath naturally slows down. And keeping the gaze soft or the eyes closed if you feel comfortable, just allow the head to tip over to the right, bringing the right ear nearer to the right shoulder. Both shoulders are relaxed down. Just keep it very gentle. And with your next exhale, just let the head roll forward, bringing the chin to the chest. The shoulders are still relaxed. And with your next inhale, bring the head back up, starting position, head over shoulders. And with your exhale, gently tip the head over to the left, bringing the left ear closer to the left shoulder. And then with an exhale, gently rolling the head forward, chin to chest. Inhale, coming back up to center. And then with your next exhale, tipping the right ear to the right shoulder. Take a nice deep breath in here. And with your exhale, roll the head forward, chin to chest. And as you inhale, continue that roll, bringing the left ear over the left shoulder. Exhale, roll the head forward, chin to chest. Inhale, rolling the head over to the right ear over right shoulder. Exhale, forward. Inhale to the left. Exhale, forward. Inhale to the right. We'll finish this round. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, rolling to the left. Exhale, chin to chest. And then with your next inhale, just bring the head up to center. Good. Let's take a little look over our right shoulder here. Maybe you bring your eyes into the right corners of their sockets. The rest of the body stays nice and relaxed. Shoulders facing forward. Shoulders over hips. One more breath. And then with your exhale, gently return to center. Inhaling over to the over to the left. Maybe you bring your eyes into the left corners of their sockets. Couple of breaths here, just as far as it feels comfortable, moving within your own range of motion. And with your next exhale, back to center. Good. Let's take a nice deep breath in and reach the hands up high. Swing them up through the sides if that feels okay, if you have room. And as you exhale, let them return back down to the sides. Inhale up. Swinging up and exhale, floating down. Take the whole breath to get there. Inhale up. Exhale back down. Let's do one more like that. Big inhale. Big exhale. Good. Now let's take it forward. Inhale, we swing the arms up overhead, moving through the front side. Exhale back. Inhale, swing up. Exhale back. Two more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Let's inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, a little bend over to the right. Maybe you take the right hand reaching down. Maybe you just lay it on your lap if that feels better. Starting to open up the left side of the body. We'll take a couple of breaths here. And maybe it feels better to look down. Or maybe you can explore looking up at your left hand. Big inhale. Good. Exhale, floating back down. Let the arms rest. Inhale, bring the hands up. Exhale, a little bend over to the left. Same good work here. Maybe you're reaching that left hand down. Maybe you just let the hand rest on the lap. Totally up to you. But opening up the right side of the body. The right hand is reaching up and over. And again, maybe it feels nice to explore looking down. Or explore looking up, or anywhere in between, just keeping the neck nice and supported here. Inhale, the hands come up. Exhale, float the hands down. Good. Let's do some shoulder rolls here, very gentle. Let's just do 3. Good, and then let's bring the hands together over the heart. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, turn the heart to the right, keeping the shoulders over the hips, the hands stay together over the heart. So this is a gentle twist, it doesn't have to be a big twist. And maybe once again you look over your shoulder if that feels okay. Taking this twist all the way up the spine. Big inhale. Exhale, gently return to center. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, turn to the left. Again, shoulders over hips. Hands at heart center. Maybe you look over your shoulder. Just a couple of breaths here. And with an exhale, gently return. Good. Let's take a nice deep breath in and reach the hands up high. Exhale, bring the hands together over the heart, and then let the hands just come down onto the lap. Take a breath or two here, just noticing any sensations in the body, any subtle differences that have occurred since the beginning of this practice here. Good, and now let's stand up. Come on around to the back of the chair. I'm going to move my chair so that I have enough space here. And from here, we're going to put our hands on the back of the chair and walk the feet back until you can hinge at the hips, keep the knees soft. Reach the tailbone back as you melt the heart down. So everyone's going to look a little different here for this. And if you need to go a little higher, you're welcome to use a wall instead to come into this supported downward dog. So finding your version that feels best to you. Take a couple of breaths here. Maybe it feels good to peel one foot up, one heel up and put it down. Peel the other heel up, put it down. Maybe it feels good to shift the hips side to side. Good, and then we're gonna walk forward, coming back into our kind of mountain pose with the hands on the back of the chair. Let's take our left foot back. The heel stays lifted, so you have this support here. You can also, again, you can use a counter, a table, or the wall here. But we're gonna bend our right knee, start to bring it over the ankle. We don't wanna go past our ankle. We wanna keep it nice and aligned here. So this doesn't have to be really intense. The hips are facing front. Shrink wrap your core, and maybe you take one arm up, bringing the bicep by the ear. Maybe you take both up. Taking a couple of breaths here, crescent pose. Big breath in, just noticing how your whole body wants to lift up with your inhale. And as you exhale, the body settles down. One more round, big inhale. And exhale. Good, let's bring the hands back onto the chair. Take a nice deep breath in as you step forward, lift the heart. Exhale, walk the feet back into our downward facing dog. Take a breath or two here. And then let's move back forward. We're preparing for the other side, coming into this upright position to start with. And then we step right foot back, keep the heel high, both hips are facing forward, bending the left knee, shrink wrap the core again. And again, maybe it feels good just to take one hand up overhead, bicep by the ear. Maybe you take both. Couple of breaths here. As you inhale, feel how the body lifts. The heart rises. Maybe the gaze wants to turn up. And as you exhale, the whole body anchors down, grounding. One more breath. Then gently bring the hands onto the chair. Inhale back to our mountain. Exhale, walking it back, coming back into our downward facing dog. We'll take a couple of breaths in our downward dog. And again, if movement feels good to you here, then feel free to do that. And then slowly coming back up, we're going to make our way back onto the chair. So I'm going to move my chair back, coming back to center. Have a seat at the very edge of your chair. I'm going to turn sideways, kind of quarter diagonally for this so you can kind of see a little more what's going on here. Knees are hip width apart, ankles are underneath the knees. We're going to slide our hands down the sides of our legs here until we get to the outsides of our calves. And then here we're going to apply a little bit of pressure. Shrink wrap your core, lengthen through the spine here so that you're nice and supported in the upper body. The spine is protected. Start to press the hands into the legs and start to press the legs into the hands. Whole bunch of stuff going on here. This is called pressure cooker. And we'll hold this for a few breaths, just pressing. Get into the arms as well as into the legs. Kind of a fun little pose here. 2 more breaths. And with an exhale, gently release. Come on up. Let's take the feet wide. Again, we're on the side edges of the mat, and maybe of the chair. And maybe it feels nice to bring your hands onto the back of the chair if you need a little stability, or if you have arms, you can put your hands on your arms. But here we're gonna tip our knees over to the right, just as far as it feels comfortable here. Maybe you take it all the way down. Maybe it's just a little bit here. A little stretch here. And then as you inhale, bring the knees back up, come back to center, both hips even on the mat, on the chair. I'm gonna say that like every time, right? And then the knees drop over to the right so that your left knee is starting to turn inward. Should feel a nice opening in the outside of the leg, maybe in the front of the hip even, depending on how far into this you go. And then with an inhale, come all the way back up. And let's bring the feet back to hip width apart here. And then you can either just lift the right knee, or you can use your hand to pull that leg up. And then we're going to place that right foot onto the left knee. Options here. Maybe you just cross right ankle over left ankle and let that knee open. Maybe that feels best. Maybe you use a block to come halfway. Place the foot there and let the knee open up. Totally up to you. Or bring the foot onto the knee. Again, we're at the edge of our chair here. And maybe this is enough pressure for you. You just rest your hands on your thighs or bring them together. You can even bring your hands to your waist or to your shoulders. Or if you like, you can start to hinge the heart forward. Again, being mindful of the lower back. So pull that belly button in slightly. And reach the heart. Don't focus on the heart, not on rounding the back. Couple of breaths here. Good, and then as you inhale, rising up, bringing the shoulders back over the hips, and maybe you just use your leg muscles to release this pose, or maybe you use your hand to gently pull that knee back up and set that foot down. And maybe it feels good to do very gentle windshield wipers of the knees left and right as my chair makes noises. And then we'll do the other side. So same good work here. So we can take the left foot and just place the ankle over the right ankle, or you can place that foot on a block and let the knee open wide, or you can take your left foot and place it over your right knee, making sure your knee is in line with your hip. So if you're too far over, this is going to be kind of a wonky thing happening here. Same good work here, making sure you're in your position, and maybe this is enough. Maybe we just keep the shoulders over the hips and take some deep breaths here. Maybe it feels nice to pull the belly button to the spine and reach the heart forward a little bit. Keep the shoulders relaxed. And with your next inhale, bringing the shoulders back over the hips, can either release that foot using your leg muscles, or you can use your hand to gently release the left foot and bring it back down onto the mat or onto the floor. And windshield wiper a little left and right, if that feels nice. Good. And then from here, come into a more comfortable seat. Maybe it feels comfortable to be on the edge of your chair. Maybe it feels better to lean back a little bit. Totally up to you. Bringing the hands under the legs, palms up or palms down, whatever feels more comfortable for you. Soften the gaze or close the eyes. And turn your awareness now to your breath. Noticing the rhythm of your breath and the subtle differences between your inhale and your exhale. We're going to explore a little pranayama exercise known as ratio breath. We're going to keep it very gentle though, very soft. And as you bring your awareness into your breath, maybe you start to give it a count and just noticing how deep your inhale is. Maybe it's a count of 3, inhaling for 1, 2, 3, exhaling for 3, 1, 2, 3. Just exploring this here for a moment. Maybe your count is 4 or 5 or 6. And what we want to do now is see if we can extend our exhale to be longer than our inhale. So if your inhale is a count of 3, maybe your next exhale is a count of 4. Breathing like that for a couple of rounds, and then see if maybe you can take your exhale to a count of 5. Inhaling for 3. Exhale for 5. Exploring that for a few rounds. And then maybe this last little set, you can extend your exhale to a count of 6. Inhaling for 3. Exhale, 6. If it ever becomes difficult, if you feel like you're having to push or strain, then release this focus and maybe move back to a count of 4 or 5, whatever is more comfortable for you. But we'll try this. Inhale for 3, exhale for 6, for just a few more rounds. Good, and then letting all of that go, just let your breath return to normal. Begin to observe the sensations in your body. Once again, noting any areas of coolness or warmth. Noticing any tingling, vibration. Bringing your awareness to the internal sounds of your body. Maybe you can hear your own breath. Maybe your organs are making noises or sensations. Maybe you can sense your own heartbeat. Just observing without attaching, no judgment, nothing to fix. Maybe starting to bring your awareness into the patterns of your thoughts. Noticing if you're having a lot of thoughts or just a few. Imagining there are like cars and traffic, and maybe you are a pedestrian standing on the street corner or on the sidewalk. Are there a lot of cars in the street, or are there just a few? Watching them come and go as you stay on the sidewalk. Maybe you can notice the space between your thoughts. Maybe time passes between one car passing and the next. There are pauses here. And let your awareness stay for a moment with this pause, these pauses. Just noticing them, exploring them. Maybe they're very short, maybe they're getting a little bit longer. Bringing your awareness now back into the rhythm of your breath, and just notice how soft and gentle it has become. Now the body is breathing itself. There's no effort on your part. As we gently start to come back, maybe wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, or tap them on the ground. Blink the eyes open, blinking several times if that feels good. And with your next inhale, let's take the hands up high overhead. Exhale, bring the hands together over the heart. Beautiful. Let's take one more deep breath in. And let it go. Thank you so much for sharing this practice with me today. From my heart to yours. Peace. Thank you so much for watching this video, for taking this time for yourself, and for trusting me to guide you in your practice. It really does mean a lot to me. So this is the part where I ask you to help me out here on YouTube. So first and foremost, if you're not following me yet, you might consider following me. Just click the little subscribe button. Number 2, you can leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of this practice today. How did it make you feel? And number 3, share this class. Share this video. Let other people know that YouTube videos like this exist. It really does help me out. It helps out my channel. And it helps out all people who are trying to bring yoga into people's lives, right? Thank you so much. If you liked this video and you want more chair yoga, then you might explore the chair yoga videos on demand and live classes that I offer on my website. There's a link in the description below. And until next week, I hope you take the best care of yourself. And I'll see you next time. Bye.